My magic is the moment. My magic is the moment.
All right. Sorry. I hope you can hear me. Should be okay. Testing the sound a bit. Test. Test. Okay. This is probably okay. All right. So we're gonna play some Rogue Legacy. Tomorrow I have Let's Make a Game stream where I'm making a game and live on the stream, and everything what I develop there is gonna be available through GitHub, and everything I code will be live streamed. So today I'm just doing a bonus stream. I'm just gonna look at Rogue Legacy for reference. I've been playing it before, and I want to see kind of what they did, and is there something we can like not copy but like take as inspiration. All right, let's see what characters we have here. So we have Lady Stephanie the 7th, I guess, because it's XII. OCD, powerful, so class Archmage, so they're all Archmages. This one is short. What spell? Chakram, launches orb, bounce everywhere, you never get it right. Roller coaster. Break stuff to restore MP. MP is really good with OCD, so let's take that one. So as you can see, I already unlocked quite a lot. So the game works that you start from bottom here, and then as you go on, you earn points, so you can then upgrade the skill. And the ones with pluses I currently can afford. So you can then start unlocking, and for every level you unlock, you then you have availability to these other skills. So it's unlocks, and I don't even know if I've unlocked everything yet, but I unlocked quite much. Mana up or more damage. I don't use that much spells, so let's do crit damage. So this is the game. This is my character. He's quite old. You can't really edit how they look. So if you look at what game mechanics there are, so the character, like the basic character, you can jump, as always, just like a platformer. You can move left and right. He has the ability to actually stand on stuff that looks like the background, like here. Then you press another button, it hits. So you have the attack. And then you have a magic. which takes MP, but in this area it still doesn't take MP because the game hasn't started yet. Just making sure I can see the chats. If there's any questions you can shoot, or if there's anything you wonder. So you can do that, and then you can switch, because the Archmage can switch spells. You have different spells you can do. And can't remember, is there anything else? I don't think so. No, I don't think there's anything. So it's just attacking and magic spells. So then you have the shop, so you can you have to unlock different armors, just basic unlocking. And then you have skills you can use, like here's something new that I've unlocked, Sky Rune, and those give you additional abilities. For example, this one gives sprinting, so gain the dash short distances. So for example, double jump and those are like unlockable. So right now I can't double jump, but I think, am I not supposed to be able to dash though? What do I have now? Balance rune, increase MP, vampire rune, drains health, drain health, drain health. Okay, so I only have drain health things. I guess so that I don't die. And then this guy, what he does is that he locks the level. So if you want to replay the same level, like it procedurally generates the level. If you want to replay it, you can lock it with this. So every time you start, there's death at the door, and he takes all your money. So if you don't spend all your money in this area, then or on your manor, then you will anyway lose it here. As you can see, he takes 90% of your money, which is basically everything. So now this is fully procedurally generated. Like this area where I'm now, it's the beginning area. It's always the same. And when you break objects, you see, you get health or MP or money. So in the right upper corner, right, well, you can't actually see it. It's right here. Like this, right here. But there's a mini map. I can see the rooms. What else? If you press left, I can show you also the map if you want to see it. I can look through that. But this is where the game starts. So if some monster or attack hits you, then you take damage. Let's see where it should go. Should we go here? And then some of them can go through walls, like this one, and some don't. So they're using some kind of colliders there to kind of... So this is a challenge now. So I have a fairy chest objective, which you can't see, which says defeat all enemies. So if I defeat all these enemies in this room, it'll unlock a chest. Oh. So I'm quite powerful at this point, so it's not too hard to kill these enemies. But then this is the newbie area basically. And then there's 4 other areas this game has. And let's see, did I kill everything already? There was still one enemy. So objective complete, so means I can now get this chest right here. Just watch out for that guy. So yeah, 3 different other areas. So there's 4 areas, 3 different. They all have end bosses, and the difficulty goes up depending on what area you are in. So this is the noob area where it looks like a castle. Let's try to get somewhere more difficult. So there you can see on the map it kind of shows that hey, here's the, like that unlock means that I completed the challenge, and there was a challenge in that room. Whoops. Actually, yeah, that's better. Is that a chest? Oh, it's again a defeat all enemies challenge. I think I can get it with this spell. Is there any other enemies? I don't see any other enemies here. Whoop! Keep using all my mana. Come on. Are there any secret passages? No, I can't see any secret passages either. Oh, I finished it. I'm a noob. Yeah, of course. I finished it. So usually these are finished by spells because you have to go through walls, and only spells can go through walls. And it's always a good idea to just destroy everything. So this is a checkpoint. From this I can go to different checkpoints if I want to skip some part. Now I'm teleporting back to where I was. And that's just before you enter a more other area. So this is a more difficult area. Oh, I'm sucking. So if I press down while I'm on these ledges, I drop off if they're thin enough. So that's another thing. Like if you code this, you would have like a one-sided collider. So you only collide when you come from the up direction. So it's really thin, like usually a line. Like here, if I press down, it doesn't do that, but here it does. So that's the thing. And then as you can see, the AI of the this guy is that he comes towards me. So if I jump over him, he starts walking in the other direction. And when I hit him, it knocks me back. So that's the logic of the enemy, which is the challenge. And up in the middle, I can always see the health of the enemy I'm attacking. Or close to, I think. I think it's a proximity thing. So I have a really annoying guy up there, and I'm probably gonna die now because I'm sucking while playing while talking is hard. So you can do this kind of... Let's just take... Luckily I have some regeneration, but... yeah, so attack downwards to unlock those. I think I'm gonna go to the next area because this is a really hard room to finish. So that's not a enemy. So this guy again, he shoots in the direction we're going. Very simple AI. He just turns towards you, walks a certain until it's a certain distance from you, and just starts shooting. That's not an enemy. So every time I go back, this whole room resets. If I don't kill the enemy, like now I hit him, I come back, he will have full health again. So you really wanna... It kind of prevents you from cheating, that I could go back and forth and out the room. The only thing you can really do still is like you can go and glance into the room, so if it's too difficult, you can go back. And it's always a good idea to see what happens. It randomly teleports me. So now in the other area, I'm gonna die soon because I'm sucking. I need to really... Let me focus a bit so I don't die here. There we go. So this guy's AI seems to be... Oh, I didn't see those. I'm going to be playing in this in a while, so it's a bit difficult. Let's see. Let's exit. Let's see if we can get the HP up, because I have a lot of vampirism, so when we hit people, we get our health and mana back. Which I find really useful, because sometimes, you know, some rooms are just really hard. Let's see. So let's... Sorry, I'm just checking the chat in between here to see if there's any questions or anything you want to say. Anyway, going back to the game. So, I can see that John's watching. So, he's probably shouting, "You suck!" all the time. Oh, we found This is the exit of... Yeah, this is the entrance of this area. So now we can look at the mini-map, and we can see kind of how it's connected to where we previously were. And we actually... and usually you need this map to kind of check like where are there new rooms that you haven't really discovered yet. And it's good to know these patterns. So this game is all about learning the patterns of the monsters and the traps. And even the rooms are kind of, they're used a certain pattern, so you can really easily start learning them. Oh, there's a chest there, but I don't think I can get... This is where the dwarfism, like the other characters I didn't choose, could have been handy, because if I selected the trait dwarfism, I could have jumped into that gap, but I can't do that now. Oh. Okay, we regained some health now. We're about half health already, because it's always good that, like, with vampirism, you can go back to the newbie area. You can just, you know, kill easy monsters and you get your health back, and then you can go back to the more difficult area. Difficulty in areas are also, like, if you look at the map, you can see that the blue area is the beginner area, and then the dark blue, or light blue is beginner area, dark blue is the, how to say, maybe the second hardest. The green is the, like, the light blue is the easiest, then comes green, then comes this dark blue, and then below, I don't know what color is, maybe gray, it's the most difficult. It's always disorientation, so if you go up, you will always go to the, you know, second most difficult. If you go right, it goes to the second easiest, and you always start in the easiest. If you go down, you go to the most difficult. And then the end goal of the game is to kind of, like, the whole goal of this game is to kill the final boss. And to kill the final boss, you have to kill all, I think it's 3 area bosses. I think I've only killed one or 2 of them. I'm not sure. You can actually see it in the beginning area if the area is unlocked or not. Okay, we were there already. So, well, we can go here and just go down, see what's here. Huh? Got stuck there. See that guy. So here we have to now do the downwards attack to activate these, which I was trying to show earlier, to get up these. And then they have a timer how long they stay, so it's kind of tricky to move. So why I'm keep hitting at this painting is because, like, that painting, you can see it shakes when I'm close, which means that it's actually a monster, so it's kind of a disguised monster. Let's try to get some health up. So we're now in the newbie area. So now that I killed those monsters, they didn't respawn. But if you don't kill them, they respawn. But you can still go back and forth through the areas a bit. But so here's now a boss, and because it's bubbly, I already finished this boss. This is the easy area boss. So there's, I guess, then 4 bosses before the end boss. And when the bubbly means that I've unlocked that there's a more difficult version of him that we can fight. I'm not gonna really fight him right now, because I think right now it's nicer to kind of show all different areas, because they have a bit different themes. But you can kind of see, if you program the game before, all of these enemies and all of these, they kind of have a similar thing. Like, either they have like a timed, like they will walk like this. Oh shit. Is it because, can you see everything all right? Or is it low res? Is it like... Is it okay? Is it okay looking the picture? Or is it like grainy? I can up the resolution. I'm actually trying out a thing where I can stream to both YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So if there's anything, just give me feedback and I can try to fix it. I can also just stream to Twitch and probably have a higher resolution. But this is a really low res game, so it shouldn't really... like, the guy looks pixelated. But yeah, so the basic AI is always like, they will walk towards you or will walk back and forth a bit depending on what they do. And then they will be on a timer, so when you get close, you'll see like, oh, I'm gonna hit, and then they hit. Oh, I'm gonna hit, and then they hit. Or then there's like a range, so there's different missiles. Like this guy, he sends a missile that's on a curve, and he's trying to hit it where you are. No, actually it doesn't. It seems to be... Oh, there he... I think there's only... Is there 2 distances he's throwing? Seems quite random. So you have these curved missiles, and then you have like straight missiles. And so basically, if you would code this, you could just make like 2 types of missiles, and then you just have different applications. Like shoot it all as a star, or shoot it as like just one object in one direction. Like I can show you what I mean in just a moment if you find. So this is the guy, for example, when you get close. That was his prepare animation. So you always know when before he hits. But he can't really hit below, so I can just kill him from here. Let's see. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Where was the map again? Oh, look. You can see my stats. Never used that before. Let's go left. Again, if there's really bad resolution, just tell me. I'll up the resolution or like switch to the... This is just a test. Oh fuck, I'll just damage boost through that. It's a bit... These are actually quite tricky, like it requires a lot of precision. So here's like a guy. Oh, he's just talking. So this guy just shoots a straight missile. And then the speciality of this missile is that it goes through walls. So this guy's mission. So it's just on a timer, and it just shoots like every, I don't know what that is, maybe 2 seconds he shoots a missile. Let's see if there's anybody else. All right, let's see. So this guy also is just a variation of the guy we just saw. The difference between him and the guy who slashes with his sword, it can be the same code. Like for this whole part, this part, all up to here, it can be the same. But then instead, he shoots a missile, and you just switch the graphic. Like let's say you would have created that other guy here that was here. You just switch the graphic, and then you basically have him coded. You just need to make the animation. So I think a good way of thinking when making games is like, how much can I reuse so I don't have to make 60 different games. Oh, that's now a good... So this is a guy who shoots missiles again. It's basically the same code, but he's shooting in 4 of them at the same time. So that's the difference. You have to make code for that. And then it shoots in 4 directions. But if you make good code, you should be able to use the same code for these missiles as all the other missiles that we've seen thus far. That go straight, at least. Of course, the curved one can also be, you just have to apply gravity. Monies, give me monies. So let's see. This is a straight missile guy, and these are just static. You attach the code to something that can't move. So it's an enemy that can't move or can't get hurt. So you can't kill these. But it's the same missile code. But now you created a puzzle with the missile code instead of having him as an enemy. So it's again a clever reuse of things. just to make more more things to play. So here's the beginning now. So here you can see I've finished 2 of them. So, and there's 2 that I haven't. I think those 2 like is the 2 hardest ones if I remember correctly. Let's see where we want to go. Let me double check that the quality, because someone was saying that the quality isn't good, so let me double check the stream. Just give me a sec. I'll just look at the... The preview looks just like I see it, basically. Except, of course, I don't have my face on the game, so I can't see myself at all. Alright, it's not loading. Come on. It's probably loading some commercial. Anyway. Well, you'll give me more feedback if there's any problem. Let's go back to the game. And here, actually, when you create mini-maps, usually you can use several cameras to do this. So your game engine, if you use Game Maker, Unity, you can use the same, just a different camera, and then you just render the same things differently. Oh, now there's something. Ah, yeah, because it's windowed. Do full screen, maybe it's almost the same. Yeah. At least this game is nice because the elements are really big. Like everything is quite huge. Like you can see there like the health, or is it this? Yeah, I don't know if can you choose quality. I don't think you can choose quality. So here they've done a clever thing. So, well, some of it is clever, some is a bit stupid. So, just the guys who can shoot through the walls can hurt me actually here, but it's still kind of a puzzle, and I can actually kill these guys. I can't kill the other ones with magic, but there's no really point in that. So they reused some of the, like, just because you made one bullet go through a wall, now you created a new room. Let's go somewhere new. So let's go up and to the left and see what's there. Again, smart reuse. And look, the bookshelves. I think I've seen 3 different bookshelves, but the basic graphic looks the same. They just change the amount of books, and then voila, you have a lot of different books. So here you can pray, and then you can get all kinds of weird abilities that either screw you over or help you. So Calypso's Compass, if I remember correctly, it shows you where the boss is in the area. So this is like not an end boss, but it is like a semi-boss or a pre-boss. So it's just, again, a challenge room, a different kind of challenge room where you can try to kill him. And it's, again, using the same code for throwing the bone, but it's just throwing it, you know, on a timer really fast, and then have a pause. And timer really fast, pausing. Again, really clever reuse of code. This is why I like this game as an example, because they did a really good job on reusing. So you don't, you know, and there's a lot to do. And oh, there's a secret there. Wish I was a dwarf now. You can see it because it's a bit darker. Let's see where we can go now. Let's go into this bit harder room. So, well, it's not even that hard now. So, except now I'm sucking, it's hard. Too much things going. Oh. Now I'm gonna die, I feel like. So here it's again the same guy. He's just, the timer is just different for shooting, and he shoots 4 instead of 1. And it still goes through walls, and he's still aiming straight at me, and now I died. This is actually quite nice. So now when I die, it shows you all the people I killed, which wasn't that many this time. And it gives you kind of a short quote. So Lady Stephanie has been slayed by a wall turret. Exploring fine chest is the best way to earn gold. That was her philosophy. So now you're back here in the menu, but then when you press OK, here's Lady Stephanie, our great heroine. And now we have three, her children or whatever underneath her, and you can choose which one to play. Yeah, Arash is saying, I think when you have a good game, you would be amazed how much you could get away with reusing lots of graphics. People are so into playing that, and they don't pay much attention to these very little details. And yes, I suck, and I should stop it. I should blow instead. So we have now Barbarian Queen and an Assassin. So as it says, a Barbarian Queen is a walking tank. The hero, like, you have really much health, but you don't do as much damage. And this guy's stereo blind, so you can't see 3D. 2D game is not a big thing, but they really do clever tricks where they kind of throw a filter over the game. You know, they don't really... Usually, like Unity, for example, comes with those filters. So you just apply a filter, like black and white, now you're colorblind. So this is also Barbarian, and chickens freak you out. I can't remember, it was something weird. I think when you hit a painting, it sometimes, and it would drop the chicken leg with health, it sometimes turns to chicken that you can kill. And again, there's different spell. This has this Scythe? Skithe? I don't know, Scythe? The Scythe, maybe. Blade Wall and Chakram. Oh, this is actually very talented. Very few issues, but it's still a dwarf. So no roller coasters. And this, oh, and then they also have the speciality of the class. So this speciality has Barbarian Shout, and actually I didn't show you that. And this has Mist Form. Let's take Assassin. So, let's see. So again, this is the upgrade screen. I already discussed it, but for you who are just joining, this is where you can unlock or like up your stats. Basically, this is a stats screen, and you know, it's just a different way of showing it. So, yeah, you have to make maybe what is here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 30 icons, let's say. But basically what it does in the background is like, it's just changing the stats that you anyway have. So like here it ups the strength. So you probably then have to code some kind of strength system in behind. Oh, Cobble, welcome. So then you can upgrade the strength, and you can see here what level it is. So yeah, of course this adds more code than if it was just like +1 strength and you just press, but it makes it a bit unique. So, you know, you feel like, oh shit, I wanna, you know, whatever, like here, death defy, I wanna defy death, instead of just like, oh, death, avoid death percentage up by 1, yay. Like, I think it has a nicer sound to it. Let's take some, so I had 2,600 gold. Let's take some armor. I should upgrade my weapons, haven't done that in a while. So now I'm a dwarf, so you see this is a different character. So from the canon of the game, I'm a different person. I'm the son or daughter of the previous one. I'm not gonna buy anything, I'm not gonna lock it in. I want it to restart the whole level. So let's go back into castles. Now, because I didn't use that screwdriver thing, the whole level has now changed. If I use it, then what happens? Oops, sorry. What happens is that the level doesn't change. So you can replay the exact same level. You will know exactly where the rooms are. But that guy will take, I don't know, I think basically almost your gold. I don't know what the percentage is. Oh. Oh shit. So let's figure out where I can turn into... Oh, so I can learn... This is the ability I have. And this is the magic I have. So I can turn, I guess, invisible, and then things can hurt me, but it takes mana, so I can only do it for limited time. So these are the chicken legs that would turn into chickens if you I had taken that other character. Or was it this character? I can't remember. Anyway, let's kill this. So assassin has so these classes have different damage, different amount of health when you start. Like the skills you upgraded when you die, they only kind of add a modifier. Let's see what that goes here. But enough talk. I mean, if you wanna look at some of the, that's the basics of this game, and maybe tomorrow we'll create something in the style of this game. And we can take some inspirations, and we can even say like some inspiration, and we can even say like what. So this guy doesn't actually walk to me. That's interesting. So I'm a dwarf. I have really bad range. Also, it seems that's not an enemy, right? Let's go to the next area. So now we can play a bit more seriously because I'm not really analyzing everything. I'll still suck because, you know, talking and playing and reading chats is always not the same thing. Oh, so here you can see how dwarf can use the secrets. So dwarfism is actually not too bad. And usually, oh, this is a boss area. Oh, so that guy again used the same code that just does straight damage. And straight missiles, but it was just in every direction. Let's go and clear out this area. And then he has this ability of creating a pillar. I think the black guy, he randomly does something, or is it a pattern? So that's again the same code as a straight missile, but it's just doing it in more directions, and it's not like seeking the character, like homing missile. Now I get a strength increased. That's good. So I guess this area is now cleared. Now we can go to the next one. There's also another game that would be nice to look at. But I don't know, this is an interesting challenge. I think you have to have dash to do this. So you would drop down, and when you have dash, which I don't have right now because I have leeching of vampirism skills. So what you can do is dash to the left, and then you have double jump. You jump up, hit down, then you land on the edge and you jump up. And there's no secret way for the dwarf to do it either. So I can't do that. There's no point in me losing health because of it. So that's a dead end. So we can go up. So you should always destroy all of these because it's fun and gives you gold. Up, suckage. Let's see. Up. Oh, we found the boss again, but this is the one I beat already. I can show you a boss if I found something I haven't beat, which I think the one up from here is one of them. So again here, clever reuse of the rhythm, and then of course the spikes and the, so it gives you a challenge of trying to get past without taking damage. Destroy these statues because it's blasphemy to have them. Oh, that was lucky. Let's try to find the above big boss. And the background here is actually just repeating itself. It's not really in any way, I think it might be even just a background picture that's just repeating. I mean, of course the lanners are there, but I don't think it's any, you don't even have to do any positioning to add them there. It'll look good anyway, as long as you're following some kind of scale or grid. And that's another really important topic, is to think about the scale when you have an artist that, oh, there's a secret. Isn't it? Or am I blind? I'm not dwarf enough for it. Maybe I have to have dash? I should go in. Oh well. I suck. Oh, so now we're in a more difficult area again. Let's try to clear out a bit. Again, one of those guys with just a different amount of radial missiles. And I think that painting is also... So the nice thing with the radial is that you want to kind of get far further away, so it's again adding some strategy into the game. Yeah. And this guy's just circling and slowly getting closer to you, and then again, just a different type of missile. But again, gives a new challenge. Those are actually really annoying. What? Oh, that's a boss area. Let's not go there. Or was it? I don't know. Like, not the main boss, but let's see what's this direction. This guy should be easy to kill. He can't really... He just has a good defense from front, so you want to get behind him. And then, but then again, if you don't have anybody around, it doesn't really matter. So now he takes a bit more damage because I was behind him. Otherwise, he just walks towards you. Oh, there's chest there. There's this asshole guy here. And that missile guy. Oh, come on. Oh, and then he can do a dash, actually. That's also unique with him versus the other guy with just the sword. And this guy just jumps. And then arc, you probably could reuse the missile. You can just reuse the missile arc to make him jump. Another thing is because our character can jump, so if you base kind of some parts of your enemies on the same code, you just don't connect it to the controller or the actions of the controller. You can... oh, crap. You can reuse the same code again. It's just working in a different way where the system is jumping and pressing it for the enemy. Also, a very important thing, which is, I think you don't realize before you play games, make games, is that it's so important to have those subtle clues. Like this guy, he's shaking before he shoots. That gives you a clue, and the sound, of course, like it gives you this clue that he's gonna shoot. And if you don't have that, it's gonna be much more difficult to play. And it actually takes a part of the fun out of it. It's surprisingly how much that affects the gameplay. So like this guy has that one frame before he does... oh, I didn't see that coming. So I didn't pay attention. But like you can see that one frame before he does that missile attack or whatever we call it. And God damn it, I hate these guys. They suck. Come on. I hate paintings. I'm a programmer. I'm not an artist. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so those clues are really important. Exactly. Like Ragathian says, implement the mechanics in a more abstract system and you can just compose the behavior in more declarative matter. Exactly. Yeah, tells, that's what I'm talking about. The tells of what's gonna happen. Oh, now I have to get to the chest. So you can use the 2-bit cheat, but it's still, you have to guess which one you go. So again, actually adding just one requirement, I can't jump if I want to open that chest, has now created a totally different new puzzle. That's not a lot of code to do. Again, really clever. Oh, and I suck. But that wasn't nothing new. So now let's see what would have been the right. But now because I did that, I failed the objective, so I can't do it anymore. Probably here somewhere or something. Nope. Yeah, this is really difficult. It's basically like a maze type of puzzle. But yeah, keeping your code so-called dry so you don't repeat yourself, reuse it, abstract it, really important. But of course, if you're just starting out, it doesn't really matter too much. Just get your game going. Like, don't get too obsessed about making everything perfect. Just concentrate on making the gameplay perfect, because that's what's gonna matter for everybody who plays. Nobody's gonna know what your code is behind there. But of course, as you develop as a developer or programmer, you should learn those principles and learn how to do it better, because you'll thank yourself later when you learn it, that you don't really have to all the time, like, it doesn't become spaghetti code, basically. Come on, I'm gonna die now. Is there anything new there? There's a chest. Where is he? So here again, you can see how simple the AI even is. That, you know, because I'm on his right side, he runs right. That's the logic. If he's on the left side, he runs left. And then he jumps in certain intervals. He might even jump now, I think. There might be code that checks don't jump if the player's below you, because he's not jumping now. So now when I went left, he runs left. And now he can actually get past that. So he doesn't really have any kind of pathfinding, except are you on the right or left. Damn it! Okay, I told you I was gonna die. Let's see how much money this time I got. So, Lich King, Spell Sword. So Spell Sword, a hero for experts. Hit enemies to restore mana. A risky hero, low stats but can land devastating criticals. The Assassin, which we just played. Feed of the Dead, gain life for every kill you up to a cap, extremely intelligent. But Lich King is really weak also. Lich King, sorry, maybe. Not Lich. Lich King. And then you tend to exaggerate. Stereo blind. Boldness. Oh. I don't want to be bold. I like to exaggerate. Let's go with armor up. So now this is, oh, so it was 60% of the gold you have to give to lock the level so it doesn't change the whole level. So, what else? But this is a really good game. If you haven't played it before, you can spend hours here. It's really simple, but it has a lot of content to play. And I'm already level 132, but, you know, usually people would have probably finished the whole game by this, but I usually take so long breaks between playing the game. Boldness. Arash is saying, my kind of guy, boldness, blind your enemy. Yeah, that would be cool. It's this one again. I don't have dash or double jump, so. So it's always good to cheat through the minimap. That's why the minimap exists. Okay, I should have cheated a bit more. So it's good always, you can peek in, but as you see the positions reset as you go. So they're always reset, and health is reset. Only death is permanent. So, what else? Whoop! Okay, I don't need to kill him. The painting. Yeah, but we were supposed to find end boss. Maybe I'll take this easy one if I find it. Well, this actually is not easy because it's the upgraded version of the boss, but let's see. Where does this go? Oh, chest. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm very sure we're not gonna create all of this tomorrow. Not even a small part of it. But it's still good to look at other games. Also good to, like, if you're playing with a controller or keyboard, to kind of feel around. How does it feel? How is it reacting? How is it, you know, sometimes you can see developers, or what I also tend to do is like, if there's some game that does something really well. Oh crap. Yeah, I'm gonna die on a stupid. Let me show you what we tend to do. Just need to clear this room a bit. So what we tend to do is, you know, you might just sit there jumping like this. So you see how long are you pressing, how high does the character jump, and you press longer, oh, he jumps a bit higher, oh, okay. How much does it really require, how sensitive is it, oh, this feels good, okay. Then looking at the jump arc, what is the arc of the jump? Is it like, this seems to be actually going in a pyramid form, as you can see. So it's not actually, it doesn't seem to be going in a, like I just keep the jump button up. It doesn't seem to be going in a round arc. But then a small jump, well, you can control left and right. So, but I guess it's probably the same angle. So it's always, it's very, and from that you can start guessing how did they do the jump, and is it physics based, or are they just, you know, putting straight upwards force, or like this is just moving it up, and then they have a, whoop, I didn't want to do that. Let's go back. It's just they're just doing a force up probably on that. Oh, I don't know if I want to go to this area. So let's go try to find the bit harder area. I haven't finished that boss yet, so I'll go there and die in 2 seconds. But Mario also, oh, exactly what Ragathian said. They use the same jump arc Mega Man has, basically fixed speed going up and down with a minimum height. Minimum height and a maximum height, of course, because otherwise you start flying. So you just cap at them both. Or not height necessarily, but like. But this is stuff you see, like, if you find something, if you want to make your own game, you need to start doing is like, look at the games you like, or the games that are similar to what you want to make, and then go there and just like, probably Regathian, like he's probably also sometimes been looking, like playing something and be like, oh yeah, how did they do this? What kind of arc are they using? Oh, okay. Or that's of course a very simple example. You of course do, then in more complex game, more complex, like if you want to create StarCraft, then you have to go and study, okay, how does it, what's the timing on everything, and what's the, you know, I suck. The timing on anything, and everything, sorry, and how fast, how much resources. Come on. Huh? Oh, I keep sucking now. Look at me teleporting around for 5 minutes. Exciting. Oh, come on. Just make him. And then the timings are important because, you know, the speed of the character can influence it, you know. How fast you can move is how much you can dodge. So there's a lot of factors you should, in the end, of course, think about and balance. Even in this kind of game, you don't have to make StarCraft to have to balance things. And the games or game makers who don't do that, they create shitty games usually. Because then, you know, they're either too hard or unbalanced. Or then you can just say that the player sucks, like me. Come on. Also trying to be careful. I don't want to really lose health because there's some stupid enemy. Like this. I thought I could one-hit it. Guess not. Guess no one-hits for me. Not strong enough yet. Even if I'm level 132 and this guy's level 32. immediately need a new sword. Regathi is saying, I spend a lot of time copying mechanics wholesale, find the simplest, cleanest possible way to make them tick. Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it. And usually your first way you do is never good, or it's almost never good. And then, you know, as you've done it a couple of times, you get better at it, and you find easier, better ways from point of view of how the code is executed, of course, like how clean is it, how solid, if you want to use that principle. You can read it up in wiki page. It's kind of a principle of how to abstract and divide responsibilities, or what you need to think about to do that. Oh, there's 2 chests there. Shouldn't be too hard. But yeah, and then you know, as you go iterations and over iteration, you know, you get a better idea of what you want to do. And that's another nice thing that they did, that, you know, if someone's outside the screen shooting at you like this with a homing thing, it kind of gives you a clue that that thing is coming out of the screen. That's, again, without that it would be so much harder. Okay, that was a stupid idea. Yeah, at least we got the chest. See if we can get some health from here. In this game you can never have enough health. Again, in clever reuse of missiles and just different pattern. But again, this is another challenge, because how he moves, also they really planned that how he attacks, shoots the missiles. Also, his movement pattern is affected, or like, you know, you can't just have the same movement pattern either. In this case, he's just going to hide in a corner. But yeah, he also gets, because I have a certain arc, I can only hit left and right. I can't really hit up, or a bit up, as you can see the arc. So it's a bit challenge to kill him, like a different challenge. It's not really hard, but it's still something that kind of, when you're playing the first time game, it kind of adds more depth and kind of an interesting challenge. If every enemy is killed the same way, it's not that exciting. And then you get no interesting combinations when you don't get any interesting combinations when you put a lot of different enemies in it. This is going to be like a different sprite for it, and that's no point either. But don't go, of course, don't go crazy on all kinds of different enemies in the beginning. Like, just try to get 1 or 2 even working really well before you move on to more. I think it was the guys who did Super Meat Boy. They said that they had a rule that they used, was that every enemy they make, every thing they make, like enemy or obstacle, they want to at least find 5 different ways of using it in level design. Like, if it didn't have that, then it wasn't worth having it in the game. And I think also that is, from the point of view of players, interesting, because something is familiar. Like this guy, there's the one that shoots just in 4 directions. This shoots in more directions. So it's familiar. So instantly I know kind of what's gonna do, but then it does it a bit differently. And of course it looks slightly different. So you have an expectation of what's gonna happen. Oh, crap. But yeah, making a game is really an art form. It takes time. Just like if you want to create a painting, coding even here is an art form, because you're creating the interaction and that's how you perceive the world. So you are an artist as a coder when you're making games. Let's take it. Let's see what we get. Hermes boost. I don't know what actually that does even. If you know, please send me so I know what to do. Let's try to kill him this one as possible. That guy is annoying. Whew, that was close. Again, he has a this 1 frame before, which is displayed for like a quarter second or whatever. You can measure the time and then he attacks. see. Why can't I find the boss? I want to find him. Seems I have to go down and then... There was no door here, nope. Of course, if you know, of course, everybody copies mechanics from games. By the way, it's not something that nobody does. But I do think that there's of course gaming companies that just copies exactly someone else's game, just reskins it. But I feel like that's a bit cheap. It's and I don't think if you have a team of developers, I don't think they're not gonna work for you very long if they never get to do anything unique. But even when you're doing something unique, it doesn't mean you have to reinvent the whole genre or anything. It just means that it's nice that you have your own spin on things, like even if it's small. What makes your game unique, and it actually also increases sales in the long run if you find something that's unique and that separates your game from everybody else's game. There's a reason why There's a reason why the gaming companies don't just create another Halo or something, because it's already been created. So everybody's just going to compare it to Halo, and then it's anyway going to be worse than Halo because only Halo is Halo. I'm using Halo as an example. It's not even that current game anymore. Oh, no, I suck. Didn't look at my health. Neighbor's walking there. Let's see what we can get. Archmage, Lich King, feed on. I don't really like any of these. Maybe we'll take the Lich, so because then I get double, even more health when we kill stuff, even if it's a bit weak. Oh. What should we take? What was this? Crit chance up, damage chance up. I don't really use a lot of magic. I should probably. It's probably really, or it is really powerful, but longer invulnerability time. I still have some money, but I don't think I can afford anything. Better than I have. What was this? Cipher and steals mana. I think this is the only thing where I don't have it on. Oh, here I have it on balance, so it steals both MP and mana. Too expensive. So the prices go up as the more skills you have and you buy. No. The more they cost, like the swords, per category, of course. Let's see. Huh? So again, we have the simple, the most basic version of those enemies now. Annoying level, or like room. So I guess I don't think I'm gonna cover how to do the randomly procedurally generated rooms. It's not too difficult. They're actually using a very common strategy to do that, but it's a bit difficult to explain without drawing, and I'm not gonna draw right now. Let's just randomly teleport something. Oh, the hardest area. Or is it? Oh, we're gonna die fast. Let's see if we can find the boss now. So this is the one where you haven't seen yet. It's like the bottom level of the whole game. Oh shit. That I died fast. Killed 2 enemies. That went really badly. Let's just take Assassin. I didn't even read what he has. He had Alzheimer's and all kinds of things. Let's try it again. Oh, keep going into the dire. That was lucky. I was surprised I actually hit the collider box of that enemy. But sometimes you're lucky. That's what matters in games. Shouldn't be too skill based. It's nice to also sometimes being lucky. Oh, fountain. Actually, I really didn't need that. I think this is kind of an homage to Diablo, if you ever played that. They usually have the fountain. They even, I think, use a similar sound effect when you drink from it. That's also a good game to play. But maybe not if you're just getting into game development. Not maybe the easiest game. That's another thing. For the first game, don't make, you know, try to make an MMO, RPG, something. Just make something simple. Like, if you're gonna do an RPG, then just do a top-down, some kind of a fighting game, because then, without any kind of story, without anything else, because then what you can do is slowly add the features that, you know, the other features, and that way you also have a fun game from the start. Oh, I don't know anything now. Well, the minimap is enough. Just have to remember where we go. But yeah, yeah, so you can always build, also just like code, that you can reuse stuff. You can also reuse games, so like you can just start by making like the simplest games. If you ever go to a game jam, you should, if you haven't gone, you should. You have like 48 hours to make a game, and it really kind of shows like how little you can do in already, god damn it, 48 hours. Oh no, I lost the money. Take no damage. Oh, it's down there. Another one of these. Save it this time. So, yeah, make a simple game, like make it really simple, have people try it as early as possible, and then iterate, make it bigger, larger as you go, and then release it, and then go on to the next thing. I mean, see what would be the best. Oh, that was okay. No point in going down there anymore. Let's go down instead. Come on. Let's see. But yeah, like already this game, yeah, of course it's simple, but this is not a first time. If you're making your first game, you shouldn't even try to do this, I think. Except if you know, well, you shouldn't for your first game, you shouldn't do this. You can do something part of this, like, you know, just have something where you can have levels, like 5 levels, and then you can just kill monsters, and there's like 2 to 5 different monsters with different patterns, and you have to kind of jump and platform through it. And of course, remember, it's always more fun to do it in group. But even then, when you're developing group, you have to kind of, I recommend having an owner of the game, so one guy decides what goes in, what doesn't. Let's try to find the end boss. Let's not spend too much time doing stuff. Just dodging everything. Oh crap! That wasn't a smart choice. Let's get out of here. What's up here? Damn it! I'm gonna die soon. Too long, too long, too long, and now I'm gonna die. If I don't get out of here. Oh crap. Rest in peace. I probably didn't get any good money. But yeah, this is Rogue Legacy. You should check it out. You should play it. It's not much on Steam. I don't know exactly the price. You should try it and see how good you are. It's surprisingly difficult, but if you're like seasoned platformer, it's not too difficult. Let's see in Steam how much it is. $14.99 on Steam, so if it ever goes on sale again, it's probably gonna be, you can probably get it for $5 or on Humble Bundle. If you don't know what that is, it's actually a nice thing where you can buy for quite cheap, like a ton of games. And you can decide how much you give to the makers of the game. And then if you buy over the average, then you get a bit more games. So, and they usually tend to have a lot of indie games. But yeah, I think I'm not, because this is an unplanned stream, I'm not going to talk anymore. So remember, tomorrow I'm going to have a thing where I use Game Maker and we just do something very simple, like in the style of this, like a platformer. And we'll just go through how basics, what's a collider, why does it exist, and how to make a character move and jump. And then maybe if you're a more experienced programmer, you can just come and laugh at the code, or you can come and give us ideas of what kind of features we should implement to make it an awesome game. Because, you know, if the game becomes awesome, we can release it even. And then if you're just not interested in learning or all that stuff, you can just come in and be part of the development still and help us kind of create a backstory and ideas. I will listen to the chat as much as possible. But that's tomorrow, so that's on Thursdays around these times. You have the schedule is on our channel. And then next Tuesday we won't have 2 devs on a couch. We're in Milan with Arash, so we won't be able to stream from there. We might try to stream through the phone or something, but let's see. We don't know even if you have an internet connection that's good enough. But then next week's Thursday, I'll still do my stream. So Thursdays there's gonna be now, and then in a couple of weeks we also have on Tuesdays. So yeah, thank you for following. Thanks for, hopefully you learned something for the people who are thinking going game development, and maybe this is a sneak peek of what we are gonna make tomorrow. Of course, not as nice graphics and stuff, but we'll get it started. Okay, See you guys later.